little bit gay. I'm gonna keep it 100, yo. I feel like they just be like trying to be weird or trying to be like on some other shit to kind of be seen.
Now, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Doechii, the genre-defying rapper and rising star, has been named Billboard's 2025 Woman of the Year, capping off an extraordinary year of accolades and groundbreaking achievements. The announcement comes just weeks after she took home both a Grammy and an NAACP Image Award, solidifying her place as one of the most dynamic forces in the music industry today. Doechii's ascent to Woman of the Year is nothing short of remarkable. Just 2 years ago, she was celebrated as the rising star at the 2023 Billboard Women in Music event. Now she joins an elite group of artists, including Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande, who have graduated from rising star to Woman of the Year.
Yeah, today we talking about Doechii, right? So Doechii was recently doing Hot Ones with my homegirl, Miss Milan. Shouts out to Miss Milan. And she had a conversation regarding her biggest dating red flag. Let's check it out.
What's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time? What would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
but that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I put.
you don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men.
I mean, strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so technically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing.
I think you do.
Okay. All right. So look, everybody got the right to have their preferences, right? Everybody got the right to say what they into. But just keeping it 1,000, I think this shit comes off as very irresponsible. Irresponsible as a black woman. Yes, I said it. And it also comes off as like trying to force being different. Now, Doechii, you know, from the first time we got a chance to see her as an artist, she's always had like this different, you know, level of, how could I say, not just necessarily skill, but I think her direction is a little bit different as to how she attacks music. She reminds me a bit of Lauryn Hill, which I seen her performing with Lauryn Hill, doing that thing, her doing the whole, you know, second verse, which is amazing and dope for her. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a dope moment in hip hop, because that's not the biggest moment that we talking about right now, but we talking about this. But yeah, this shit just seems weird. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, she had the record, you know what I'm saying, The Nile is a River, you know what I'm saying, off the project, Alligator Bites Don't Heal. And on there, she talks about being with a dude that's on a DL, and she says, just to get a DM from his wifey, I was confused, what should Doechii do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Sue. I opened up the messages, then had to hit Zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude. So there's been like this new conversation, because I seen Baby Tate say it before about how she like her men a little bit gay. I'm gonna keep it 100, yo. I feel like they just be like trying to be weird or trying to be like on some other shit to kind of be seen. Now, that doesn't negate the fact that she makes dope music. I actually like her music and I appreciate and support her as an artist. But the conversation, even with Hot Ones, I'm like, how is Sean not on Hot Ones? Like, because there's not gonna be a challenge to a conversation like that, right? And again, I'm happy for my sis Miss Milan getting a look in the whole thing, but at the same time, you know, it seemed really contrived. It seemed really formatted. It seemed like really ridiculous, if we being honest, right? The shit just seems out of whack. It doesn't make any sense to me, because now, you know, Doechii, she won, you know, the album of the year. She won album of the year over a lot of people who felt, you know, the general consensus is that now they're trying to call her an industry plant, which I'm not going to subscribe to her being a plant, only because I've watched her grind since like end of 2019, early 2020 to where she's at today. So I seen her put in work. But it does start to look a little funny in the light, in the sense of like the shit that she talking about, or the shit that she pushing. You know what I'm saying? With her own caricature. You know what I'm saying? Her own character as to who she is. She does represent a lot. And she does represent, you know, she got up on that stage and she gave a wonderful speech about being a dark-skinned girl. And as a father who got two dark girls, I was proud to see that. You feel me? But we gotta call shit what we call it, and call it how we see it. This shit ain't it. Like, just keeping it 1,000. This ain't it. And I think it just sends the wrong message, because it's really divisive, right? Like, how is a straight man a red flag? How is a heterosexual man a red flag? Now, there's been numerous conversations that happen online when it come to all of this dating shit, when it come to these 20 versus ones and the ones versus all of this dumb dating conversations that always happen. I remember I was on the Fat Nasty podcast with my boy Nate, and we were talking about, you know, how online, right, with men and women, specifically black men and women, we're positioned against one another. We always looking like we beefing with one another, whether that may be true or not. All men is not bad, and not one man represents all men. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you make a statement like that, a blanket statement like that, I don't think it is just so much about a dating preference. It also makes people say, damn, what the fuck I do? Well, excuse me. Like, what did I do? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Because it just, now listen, let's keep it 1,000, right? Like, if you ain't planning on bagging Doechii, then who really cares, right? Like, if you not thinking about her being your number one on your list, then who really cares? But we have to care about what people say when they on large platforms, because these messages go widespread. And again, I just feel like this is a divisive thing to say, and it puts us against one another, because now all the conversation becomes is, why'd you say that? Why'd you say that? And now we're in a time where journalists are not going to get the opportunity to do sit down interviews with her and ask her questions as to why she said certain things. I think like that's the whole reasoning for her being able to do hot ones with not only her homegirl, but her DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, Miss Milan is my homegirl, so I'm happy for her to get a look on such a large platform, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? I just think that when you look at the landscape of our people, it's so much that we battling on a daily basis. As a man, as a father, there's young men who are out there who aren't fathers, you know what I'm saying, who do handle their business and take care of themselves and do what they got to do and protect, you know, the women that they love and their family, or the women that they with. And when we have women in high positions that say certain things, it puts kind of like a barrier up between banter, right? And this barrier between the banter, it makes us against one another again. We are at war with mad shit. Politics, a lot of that stuff is fake. When a person don't get a certain elected a seat, they ain't even pushing none of the stuff that they was trying to push, yet they still had the access and the resources to make a lot of the things happen. But it's fake. Now we politic amongst one another so much. We against one another so much as the 50-50 conversation. What should the man be doing? What should the woman be doing? What should the father do versus the mother? Does the father have as many rights as the moms? Like, look at what DDG is going through publicly with his baby moms with Hallie, right? It just we got to stop just getting up there and just saying stuff, man. I'm gonna keep. I appreciate her as an artist. This seems like a lot of shock value. You know what I mean? It seems like just say anything and shit. Maybe she has a better explanation as to why she said what she said. Who knows if we get that in music? Who knows if we get that in the interview? But I just think it's irresponsible.